Hey, howdy, hi, hello, hola, privet, bonjour, guten tag, what is up, Vikings? How goes it? Oh, how's your guys' week been? Happy Father's Day to the dads out there, and of course, as always, to the ones that stepped up when somebody stepped out. It is Father's Day in the US. I believe it's Father's Day in the UK as well. But happy Father's Day to the Viking dads. Oh, real quick, membership shout out. Yellow, Snowman TG, Moxie, Abby, Boomer, Cats, Modib. Thank you for being regular paid members of the channel. And Burn. Oh man, how's your guys' week been? How was Asgard? Amber and I didn't play a lot of Asgard this time. We had like a fairly hectic weekend. A lot of like chores and other stuff to get done. So we didn't really like get to like enjoy Asgard as much as we normally do, but it was something. Like what I saw was interesting. Hopefully you guys had a great Asgard, and hopefully you've also had an amazingly fun home gang and a great weekend. It is Sunday today. So I don't have a lot to discuss today, but I did want to briefly, or I did want to discuss anyways, the upcoming change to the schedule in events for Vikings War of Clans. They're swapping some stuff around, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. I've seen some comments on the video I made, but we'll talk about that today, as well as some of the upcoming changes. We know with the birthday month, there's going to be some. One second. There's going to be some different stuff coming to Vikings War of Clans. So these are upcoming changes. We will have new shaman gear in the game. It is supposed to be Imperial. The shaman gear will be the essential equivalent to King's gear, except for shaman. New subscription. It was translated to new holiday subscription, but we're not entirely certain if it's just going to stay around or not. I mean, it could just quite literally be for the birthday month. Guard of Intimidation will be going to level 15. That was what was originally called or told to be the new guard that would be coming. Instead, it is just new levels to a guard. The translation gets a little weird. So, Guard of Intimidation will be going to level 15. And of course, Guard of Cosmos will be in the bank. We don't know if it will be in the regular bank or if it will be, I would imagine, in the Neon store where almost every guard is that we can buy. But Guard of Cosmos will be in the bank. It has not been in the bank yet. I've been asked a couple times if it's been released yet, and the answer is no. It has not been in the bank yet, but it will be it will be in the month of August, at least that we know of. Yeah, at this point, I'm just kind of like, I'm here. I'm not really worried about catching up. Oh man, VIP and some other stuff. It's been like a few major updates the last couple of months. All right. So, Then we have this, the new event schedule. Current one is on top. New event schedule is on the bottom. I will blow this up shortly. Just give me a minute. Because no matter how much I blow it up, it's still not necessarily going to be readable for you or me. So, pull this up here so I can see some schnizzle. Hello! So, new event schedule. Current one is on top. We all know Asgard, or sorry, the Throne of Jotunheim happens once every 4 weeks. It happens the last of the rotation of the month. They are changing that. Hello! No name. What is up, my friend? They are changing the Battle for the Throne to be the first week in rotation. Now, I don't know if that means we are going to have like 2 Battle for the Throne back to back. I can't quite really imagine having 2 Jotunheims back to back. Hola! But I do know that what it appears to be is that the Battle of the Throne will change from the last week in rotation to the first week in rotation. Fury will then change from the second week to the last week. And then we will also be getting a home gang after Fury. We've never had a home gang the weekend of Fury anyway, but we will now have a home gang after Fury. This is roughly what the new schedule proposes. Right here. Let's go ahead and do that. Right there. That's the new schedule. I don't really know how visible that is because, I mean, it's just, I see it on a 22-inch screen. So, you guys see it on a slightly different level. Oh, it's not bad. All right. Anyways, so as always, CVC every week. Battle for KVK will happen on the second week. It was the first week in rotation. It will now be the second week in rotation. The Throne of Jotunheim will go from the 4th week to the 1st week. Fury will go to the last week in rotation, but we will also, one second, let me just do this right there. Okay. So, last week in rotation will be Fury with a home gang that follows. We've never had a home gang directly after a Fury. I have seen people be like, the amount of troops we are going to use is crazy. I don't really know what to say to that. I understand the frustration and the concern, but I believe they are clearing this schedule, so the 3rd week right here is relatively open for the new personal event that they are working on. They've stated they are working on a new personal event. Supposedly, it's supposed to be the one that is like Helheim. I don't know entirely for certain. That is not like directly set. So, but I believe the 3rd week is opening up for the personal event that they are creating, they are planning. But new schedule would be Battle for the Throne, 1st week in rotation. KVK, 2nd week in rotation. No Kingdom event or major event in the 3rd week. 3rd week rotation right now is literally CVC and Mini Asgard is what it looks like. And then, of course, Battle for the Light. And then last week in rotation is Fury. So Battle for the Light, there will be 4 times every 4 weeks. Basically, it amounts to 1 in the 2nd week, 2 in the 3rd week, 1 in the 4th week. Mini Asgard 3 times every 4 weeks. So mini Asgard, Battle for the Throne, mini Asgard, and then that next week, mini Asgard and a home gang after KVK. And then the third week will be mini Asgard, 2 Battle for the Light. So CVC, Battle for the Light, mini Asgard, and then another Battle for the Light. And then the fourth week in rotation will be CVC, Battle for the Light, Fury, and then Home Gang. So, like, it's a fairly packed, dense, troop-intensive schedule. I don't know if, like, of course, this is like what we were told. 1 second. Let me pull up the exact message. All right. So Torrin told the streamers the schedule of global competitions will be changing. You have a chance to share this information with your audience. I'm looking forward to seeing great videos and hearing discussions on your streams. What do you guys think of this? Like, this is like the new proposed schedule. Like, this is what it will be changing to. I see like a lot of troop heavy activity in the weeks of 1, 3, and 4. Week 1 being mini Asgard, Throne, mini Asgard. Week 2, KVK can somewhat be troop intensive, I suppose. But it's got mini Asgard home gang. Week 3 is relatively, I think, the most relaxing week, period. Battle for the Light, mini Asgard, Battle for the Light. Not saying that is not troop intensive, but compared to the other weeks on the schedule, week 3 is pretty much looks like just like a relaxing vacation week. For lack of better term, week 3 seems like that is the week that is just chill. And then week 4 is probably the most hectic and crazy week on this schedule. It goes CVC, Battle for the Light, Fury, and then home gang. Week 4 seems to be like it is the week, or week 4 in rotation seems like it is going to be the week that almost nobody sleeps and nobody has troops. But what do you guys think of this? What do you think of the proposed changes coming to the schedule? There we go. I think that depending on the new event that they place in week 3 in rotation, I'm thinking that a lot of people will see this as an extremely troop intensive schedule. It's not really that different than what we have already. I mean, the events are just kind of like flip-flopped around a little bit. But it hasn't changed that much as far as what we've seen previously. I mean, it stays fairly open. Week 3. 1 second. Follow the colors. That's all you got to do. Week 3 really didn't change that much, with the exception of Home Gang was moved off of it and another Battle for the Light was moved into it. So, I mean, like, that week is pretty much Battle for Light, Mini Asgard, Battle for the Light. All relatively, like, short yet troop-intensive events, depending on how many rounds you play, etc., etc., etc. But for the most part, it hasn't changed that much, with the exception of now we have a home gang after Fury. That is the big one. The home gang being after Fury is, I think, what I've seen people be the absolute most upset by for this new schedule of things. I don't really know. Like, I imagine that the fourth week in rotation would probably be the week that gives us the major training bonus. Of course, Fury, that means you win Fury and you can easily in the next like couple of days train for Jotunheim, as Jotunheim is literally the week that follows right after Fury. Hello, Modib. Thank you, man. Happy Father's Day to you as well. So like the new schedule's just kind of a little different. Again, home gang after Fury and home gang on the week of KVK, which isn't really that bad. The home gang after Fury is what like concerns me, I think, by far the most. Okay, so that's the new event schedule. I do have a video up. 1 second about it. Let me see. If you guys have comments and other stuff about the new event schedule, put on that video right there. That is the video that I made explaining the majority of differences and stuff like that for the new event schedule. So, if you guys have like any feedback about it, drop it on that video. Like, I mean, back-to-back yachts. Yeah, like I don't know. It's gonna be weird. Or are we gonna go almost, a month with nothing? I don't know. There wasn't a date that this was going to be implemented. There also wasn't like we are going to implement it this specific way, etc., etc. So I don't really know. But it will be interesting to see how it changes and how it is put into motion. Because, like, as it would sit now, between our current schedule and the new one, we would have 2 Jotunheims. We would literally have Battle for the Throne and then, boom, Battle for the Throne. And I don't think that's quite going to work. I mean, like, what? Would you just do a Battle for the Throne and then leave the throne itself shielded? And on top of that, like, I mean, because otherwise you'd have, like, a King of Yacht for 5 days. And I mean, nobody would have troops. Or are they going to skip a Battle for the Throne in rotation and then throw the new schedule up so we would have 2 Furies within 2 weeks, or within, 2 weeks of each other, and then everything else. So it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out. I don't think they have done a schedule change of this magnitude in the past. I mean, of course, they've changed some stuff, changed the starting of events and some other things. And we still don't know how these, or when, or where these events will start, if they will follow the same pattern of starting events that we have now. Or if, yes, exactly, the fog. Or if, like, the event start times are going to be changed slightly to make the new schedule more apt across time zones. I have no idea. But it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how it's also implemented. Like I said, as it sits now, implementing the new one would mean we have 2 thrones of Jotunheim back to back. As well as a Fury within like 3 weeks of each other, 2 weeks of each other. So it'll definitely be different. Okay. The big thing is the upcoming month of August. The month of August is always epic. Um, there, of course, are a multitude of streamer things that we do for the Vikings War of Clans birthday. Um, on top of Discord competitions in Vikings Discord, Facebook, um, multiple streamer things as far as either promo codes or QR codes. I think we've done QR codes in the past. Promo codes, QR codes, and other things. But the big thing for this month of August will be, of course, the news. The new shaman gear. Now, we don't know what these bonuses look like. They haven't like hammered them out yet. They don't have it out like a fixed bonuses yet. They also don't have like the view of what it looks like. When Asgard Shaman gear came out in the game, it was a game changer. It was huge. It was a big difference compared to anything we had seen before. The new Shaman gear that is supposed to hit the game is supposed to be very, very, very similar to King's gear. They haven't stated where it's going to be available from. They haven't stated like haven't said like if we're gonna buy it in the shop, if we're going to be able to craft it in the SH, if we're going to have it in good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. We don't know, like we just don't know. There's a lot of like unknowns about this, but the Imperial Shaman gear is what will be added in the month of August. Now, in the course of upgrading things, Asgard Shaman gear is the most expensive. It's like top tier. King's gear is slightly below that in cost. And then, of course, regular gear for everything else. So, I would also imagine that if the new Shaman gear is going to be very very comparable to King's gear, I would also imagine that the upgrade cost for the new Shaman gear would also be comparable to King's gear. Guard of Intimidation to level 15. I can only think that this will be the first guard that we will see T9 bonuses for. This is what Guard of Intimidation will look like. Or this is the proposed look, I should say, of level 15 Guard of Intimidation. Has some very nice, like, Tasmanian devilish, very nice Tasmanian devilish animation to it. Of course, we don't know upgrade costs or bonuses just yet. The more information we get that is released for this stuff, of course, the more information that I can release to you guys. We just don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. Asgard gear was the most expensive gear to raise. So, I mean, that's really the other thing is where will they put it? We have Asgard gear in both the seasonal store and we also have it in the clan store. The Asgard store. So, I mean, will it be fixed to events? Will it be one of those things that, like, when they add the new event, we can get it out of that? Will it be Throne of Jotunheim stuff? Will it be level 5 tower in Asgard? We don't know. Like, them coming to the gear, will be kind of a mystery on where they're going to put it. And then the big other thing. Yeah, see, it'll be like King's Gears. What's being said? It could be a ranking reward for Asgard or for Jotunheim. Like, who knows? Like, who knows? But then, I mean, would that mean they're then also retiring King's Gear? And if they're retiring King's Gear, where are they retiring King's Gear to? So it's like there's an assortment of things that we don't know. Of course, again, it goes back to the fog. There's an assortment of things that we don't really know about how it's going to pan out. No idea. I can say with a surety, more than likely, I will not have it. If it is a ranking reward, there is no way I am getting it. So, oh Lord, man. And the other thing is if it takes the place of King's Gear, does that mean they are going to be dropping King's Gear somewhere else? Like, will King's Gear be retired to the Asgard store or the seasonal store, or like King's Gear has been the ranking gear for King of Jotunheim, as well as ranking in events for as long as I can remember. To be honest, like when Jotunheim came out, the Battle for the Throne, that was the only place you could get King's Gear for a long time. Now, with them coming out with a new gear that is supposed to be the Shaman equivalent to King's Gear, will they be retiring King's Gear to the store or to the shop or to, and I mean like seasonal store, Asgard store, yacht store? Like, see, there's an assortment of other things that could be going on here that we don't necessarily know. But I don't know. That was in like upcoming updates, along with our new event, a new currency, and some other stuff. So I don't know. We could be seeing that at the end of the year. I know that by the end of this year, we are supposed to see Shaman level 70 and the potential new event that is like Helheim. So we could also see some other stuff coming out along with that has not has necessarily been hinted at in the past, but has not been like discussed since then. And then, of course, Cosmos will be in the bank. That is the biggest one. I think that has most people semi upset. From what I've seen, like the people that earned Cosmos in ranking are more kind of peeved that people can now buy it or will be available to buy it. And then the other people are like, well, good, we can get Cosmos, but I don't think they're going to be very happy with the cost. To be honest, I see the cost of Cosmos being, I could imagine it being like 3K, $3,000 to 3,500 USD. So I don't know. I don't imagine that it will be what most people consider quote unquote affordable. Of course, affordable is a relative term and can apply to all sorts of shenanigans at that point, depending on budget, etc., etc., etc. But see, and that Aegon's would make the most sense to me. Cosmos bonuses. Okay, give me 1 second. I have a chart for that. I just gotta find it. See, like, I very much could see King's Gear going to the clans or like the clan store as far as I can see King's Gear going to the Asgard store / clan store very, very easily. I just have to find where I put this chart. There it is. Yep. Guard of Cosmos. Let me change this. All right. Guard of Cosmos bonuses. There we are. Right there. At level 15, 750% total offense, total defense, total health. Woo! T8 warrior offense when attacking towns, 700%. T8 warrior health when attacking towns, 700%. And offense during an attack against T4, 150%. That's at level 15. To get to level 15, it is a staggering 140 million star shards, 795.2k Asgard stones, and runic stones. I'm just going to go ahead and put this out here. There we go. That is the total upgrade cost of Guard of Cosmos. 140 million star shards, 795,200 runic stones and Asgard stones. And the requirements. It is not a skin that by any means is cheap. Not cheap to get, but also not cheap to raise. I mean, spend 50 billion gold, earn 50 billion soul shards in towns, kill 100 billion T4, spend 100 billion gold. Kill 100 billion T4, earn 100 billion shards in towns. Kill 100 billion T4, earn 150 B shards in towns, spend 150 billion gold. Kill 500 billion T7 enemy warriors, spend 300 billion gold. Kill 500 billion T8, earn 500 billion soul shards in towns, and kill a whopping 500 billion T8 again. The upgrade requirements for Cosmos are not cheap. Even if it becomes a quote unquote affordable to buy, and I say quote unquote around affordable because, again, affordable is relative. Even if it becomes an affordable skin to buy, it is not cheap by any means to upgrade. It is huge. Just ginormous as far as upgrade cost. Now that's the other thing, is we all know that there is also a change in alliances coming. You will be able to have 3 alliances, 1 in your kingdom. I believe it's 1 in your kingdom and 2 outside of your kingdom. which will give the um, which will give the ability for 4 clans to be allied together. That is going to be a game changer when it comes to global competitions. That will definitely change the things that we see in Jotunheim, in Asgard, both main Asgard and mini Asgard. But it will be a huge thing having 4 clans allied together. It'll be interesting to see if that will limit the amount of towers an alliance can hold, or if it will still be every clan can hold 3. Because like you said, Aegons, that would give an alliance, basically an alliance of clans, the ability to hold 12 towers. That is like exactly. Like that is crazy. I mean, figuratively, like I mean, it's bad now having clans that send, 6 to 7 to 8 onslaughts at once. So by the time you factor in, like, say every clan in that alliance has 6 onslaughts, all with 2.1 billion troops, that would be 24 onslaughts. 24 multiplied by 2.1, roughly 49 or 48.5. That would be 48.5 billion T8 hitting something at once if they all landed at the same time. 48.5 billion, or no, 48.4, sorry, 48.4 billion troops hitting literally all at the same time. I don't know what that will mean for the game. It's going to definitely be very interesting to see if there's limitations put on certain things as far as like the amount of OSs an alliance can set, the amount of towers an alliance can hold, just to see if it stops a potential mass dominating effect. I don't know. I imagine there would be some limitations on it without like limiting too much of the gameplay. But oh yeah. Oh, very quickly. There would be towns burning right and left. But the thing is like a lot of people don't jump, or I mean a lot of people jump to Jotunheim or main Asgard not expecting to burn. Having 4 clans allied and that many troops being available at once, I don't know if people would just build bigger walls, which is probably what they would do anyway, build even more T1 and T2. Or if they would just in general quit jumping. The thing is like we've crossed that threshold so long ago of like things are going to stop getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and now it's new inventive ways for things to get bigger and bigger and bigger. 4 alliances, 2 in kingdom, 2 out of kingdom, is awesome in the aspect of running stronghold sieges, because you can ally with 2 alliances in your kingdom, which means the more, of course, it goes back to the more strongholds available for your clan to run in Fury, in KVK, in CVC, the more opportunity to win. Now, I know the points from an SH in Fury are abysmal compared to what they once were. However, if you can run, say, 3 level 6 strongholds with 4 Raven Towers every 24 hours in a 2-day event to 3-day event, like, look at how many that is really putting up. basically at that point, if you are running an SH Siege with a level 4 Raven and defending all marches, by the time you calculate the points from 1 and you run 3, 4, say 6 of them, that would be every SH running twice. That would give you almost the equivalent points now to what we saw when the kill points in SHs were better or were different before they curbed the point value. Running 6 stronghold sieges would give you almost the equivalent. Now, that's of course if all 6 were ran in double kill, but like if you look at the opening factor here, that is 6 hours of running deaths, 6 hours of running stronghold deaths. That again, I don't know if too many people will do it. I just don't know. But the running that many alliances at the same time in global events could be epically huge. Now, that's if you also have those strong alliances available in your kingdom. Because remember, 2 inside your kingdom and 1 outside, or 2 outside and 1 inside. Either way, that's only a potential of 3 clans, 3 active clans being ran at the same time, depending on if you share a kingdom with a very active and big alliance. If you don't, then, I mean, it's going to kind of want to be one of those things. If there's 2 big clans in a kingdom, great. You see what I mean? Like, how many really with 4 alliances are going to be putting up that much of a fight with their 4th alliance? So, there's already some limiting factors that you can see to it, but there is some other stuff that could be cause for concern for a lot of people. So, I just don't know. It's going to be definitely interesting. That is pretty much it for me today. I'm going to have like a relaxing, chill rest of Father's Day, essentially. I hope all of you dads out there have an amazingly awesome, wonderful, chill, cool, fun Father's Day. Yeah. Anyways, have an amazingly awesome, cool, chill, fun Father's Day. Happy Father's Day from Berserkr Bones Lodge. Me and Amber and our channel as well as our community. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. If you can, check out the links. Check out the links. They go to a merch memberships and more shop. If the shop makes $200 in the next 30 days, I will raffle off whatever items or a bundle of items at that point for you guys. Also, check out the GoFundMe. We are like 600 something away from the GoFundMe just disappearing and no longer being a thing. So check those out if you can. It would be greatly appreciated. I hope you guys all have an amazingly awesome rest of your weekend. Have a happy and wonderful Father's Day. Relaxing and chill. Have a great home gang as well. I will be live again on Thursday. I might possibly see you before then for a Battle for the Light stream or something like that. I am not entirely certain. But thank you guys for being here today. Have an amazingly awesome Father's Day. A rest of your weekend. Be safe. If you have not lately, go outside, touch some grass. Anyways, be safe. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great and awesome start to your week. I will see you guys around in the community and on the next live stream. Thanks for watching.